Welcome, and welcome. I am Divine Femme Carrot 144, happy to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the zodiac sign of Libra, unlimited to those who may have Libra energy in their chart, or if you find this message, or if this message finds you, this may resonate. I'm going to be doing a 6-card spread using the Tarot of a Moon Garden deck. My deck here. And I'll go ahead and get started. The message that I have is you are truly, truly loved. You give a lot of love, and I feel like a lot of the time you may put up with and tolerate a lot that isn't warranted for you. And so with this energy, I'm feeling like there's a lot of standing our ground, really tapping into that Libra energy and pulling out that true soul purpose within you. Major transformation possibly taking place right now. But I just felt a real heavy energy. So just know that, like I said before, you are really loved and appreciated. And if you feel that way where you're not and it's not seen, trust that all is well and everything is working in your favor. You were created and loved, and you are very, very special. And what is meant for you is meant for you. You cannot stop a river from flowing. That's going to be the title, I think. All right, so I'm going to place the deck right here and pull off the top, and we will go ahead and get started. So the first card we have is the Ten of Swords. So this is definitely an ending that is speaking of a beginning. I feel this was a very painful situation or situations. Just with the looking at the dragonflies here, because normally without the dragonflies in a typical deck, these would just be regular swords, but because they have expanded, I feel like the swords, you may have experienced these swords where they had like a heightening effect, if that makes sense. I feel like also too, this is what I was speaking of this being the transformation that I mentioned in the channel message. Just that there has been some major transformation. Either that has already happened or it is taking place right now. And you are very tired. You are beginning to build up your abundance, and that's where this Ten of Swords is coming. But also, too, those swords are not, I feel like they're being lifted up in a way, in a spiritual way, almost like taken away from you. Like there's been attempts, and it's just been clustered, like one after the other with these swords. But the spiritual protection is there where you are being protected and assisted. 10 breaks down to a 1. And with the 1, that just speaks to me about wholeness. With this Ten of Swords, I feel like there is some healing that's taking place, where there is some work being done with the balancing of the masculine and the feminine. We have a new moon that is on its way. This is a crescent moon here. And so I just feel like with these moon phases, with this particular moon, there is, I want to say it, a lot of releasing. Like the way that this moon is, it's like dumping. Like I feel like it's a symbol, like, or symbolic of dumping and releasing, decreasing, and getting rid of. And you're just totally, this is like taking respite here because you've had enough. Ready for change. And then I noticed too, like, she's laying in a certain way, and this is not gender specific, but if she just were to simply turn and see the green and see the flourishing, beautiful bounty behind her that's beginning to grow, that's going to help you with your confidence. That's going to help you with your strength and your courage. So some of you may have your back turned to this right now just because it's too much for you. Know that we are never given anything that we cannot handle. And everything that comes to us is always for our greatest good. Always there to help us grow. It's about our perspective and how we see situations and people. Anything that comes, that we feel may come against us, see that energy in light and surrender as you move on to that 2 energy from this 10, where I feel like that is more about coming together, unity, receiving support and receiving help, and just taking really good care of yourself. The dragonflies are very significant and symbolic for transformation as well. And with the swords energy, this is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So that may be significant in your chart, or you may be connected to someone or people who have this particular energy that has been assisting in your growth. The second card, we have the Page of Swords. So yeah, definitely I'm feeling like this is that energy. This is a particular energy possibly that you have been dealing with. I'm hearing more of an immature energy with this card, and just seeing it's almost like a battle here. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be with someone or towards someone. This could be ultimately within you. And something that you may be fighting internally, fighting or resisting. Like I said with this card here, I just feel like that really stood out to me, that her back was turned away from this. There is some purity here. I just feel like as you are going along on your journey, there's just some things that, you know, along your way may appear as obstacles. But this is a swords card, so I definitely feel like this is having to deal with the mind. It could also be in dreams or in your daydreams. But also too, I feel like because there is a lot of focus, and maybe that's the turn away, is focusing on this energy rather than the abundant energy. Because there's a cloud here, and this beautiful castle is kind of being obstructed by the clouds there. Also too, there's this, it's like it looks to me like just like it's slithering, but this dragon here is kind of making its way, almost as if to like wrap around the feet of this page. Maybe to have intentions to do something that's not of the best. And I feel like too, maybe this is something that you feel like you're battling. Just keep in mind that what we see on the outside is usually what is happening on the inner. So as you move forward, make sure you are just simply focusing on you, going within, doing your meditation, doing your prayers, staying determined, staying consistent and persistent, because you love yourself, because you were brought here to give love and share love and to be love. You have so much going for you, and you're going to get through this. Again, this is Swords energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So that may be significant. I also, too, notice that full moon there. We're coming up on a new moon. We just came from a full moon. And so I feel like maybe this is remnants of what is kind of still possibly lingering for you. There's great opportunity. I feel like there's definitely some kind of battle of some sorts going on. It's possible too, some of you may be fighting this transformation or resisting it, or going through a dark night of the soul, which is all about a deep internal state, feeling like you may have hit rock bottom, going to the depths of a situation, but it's not necessarily that, because we're always safe and protected. But it may feel like a heavy energy where you just feel like you're fighting all the time, and everything is going to be okay. Again, go within and see what it is that you really want to see, that you truly want to see and experience for yourself, and not what others want for you. The third card, we have the King of Cups. So definitely, I feel like you are definitely a very generous person. With your Libra energy, a very fair and balanced person who appreciates the fine things in life. We have another full moon here. I feel like there's definitely speaking of some ending here with this castle here. It's becoming a shadow. So it's possible that someone may have moved out, you're relocating or finding a new home, a new place of residence. You're very abundant, very confident. Like, he looks like he's got a little pimp tilt to the crown here. I would also say too, some very deep-rooted transformation has taken place. So this is a really, really deep, fiery, like, I want to say super purification of what we are experiencing moving forward and away from this castle. Now, looking at this too, I feel like these are two different energies. No, I don't. I take that back. This King of Cups. So I feel like this is a progression from this area here. So you are coming from that. And I only say that because of the positioning of the castles, where the moon is here and then where the moon is there. So there's been some cycling, some shifting. And so I feel like this is possibly most likely past energy or something that you are currently coming out of right now. And this is what you're progressing to, is that actual king there, because you are really, really, truly full of love. and you've done a lot of hard work. I feel like too, you can, because of the generosity that you have and because of the experiences that you may have had, there's a lot of stone cold energy that you can kind of give off and display at times, even with this King of Cups. Cups energy is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This white plant is sticking out to me for some reason, so that may be significant. This plant here. You may be into gardening, doing some gardening, have a love for white flowers. You're very put together. This is a very put together card. I just feel like with this King of Cups and the level and the height of this full moon, that you may have been enlightened. Like this is the beginning of an enlightenment. Where you're just going to increase. And you're also heavily spiritually guided. I feel like this is a guide back here, this star. So you are definitely protected, safe and protected. Again, there's never any need to worry. Everything that happens always happens for our greatest good. I feel like you're very intuitive. And possibly you've been picking up on a lot that you weren't quite expecting. Telepathically. The fourth card is the King of Staves. This King of Staves is fire energy. Staves are also wands in traditional suits. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. I feel like the tree is sticking out like so hard, and it's matching this white. And these again are not gender specific, but I feel like these are counterparts. This is counterpart energy. We'll go ahead and wait and see what we get for the next cards, but I feel like this is definitely a separate energy, somebody that may be in your life or that you are connected to. Both of these energies are in a reflective state where they are facing towards the past. This is a pretty big, I would say very, very sturdy and stable wand here. So that's definitely speaking of a lot of hard work and energy and efforts and fruits of your labor being shown. And I also feel like too, for some reason, this wand just looks like it's connected to the throne, and this throne is also made of tree bark. It's showing the roots here, so this is a very rooted energy as well. So very deep ancestral roots. I feel like these two energies are tied together and have a very, very strong connection. I feel also too that this King of Staves stands for something that's very significant. Very similar energies for you both here, where you have been taking a stand for something. King of Staves is leader energy as well. I would say too, also a leader in their community or wherever they are. I would just say it's like wide. I'm hearing widespread. The eagle is significant. Eagles are a very powerful symbol, speaking of strength and courage, being able to take flight and get through any situation. So it's possible this energy has gone through some challenges and is very well established with what they have accomplished and achieved. This King of Staves is reflecting on this King of Cups here, facing towards this King of Cups. And so it's possible that there may be some physical separation where there's a reflective state going on here. I feel like too, this King of Staves may be connected to a certain energy that may not be of their greatest good. Not necessarily saying this is a bad thing, but the energy I'm getting just from looking at this lizard in this reading and seeing the fire, there may be someone connected to this energy here where they are latched on, attached, very attached, and very spicy in the mouth. And when I say that, I mean they could be very, very hurtful possibly with some of the things that they say. And with the lizard being green, I'm getting the planetary energy of Mercury. And so this is definitely about speaking and communication, intellect. I'm not getting a good vibe here with that lizard. And the King of Staves is not even, it's like high above that, not even paying attention, but focused on that King of Cups energy. So just take this as it resonates so far. We're on the 4th card here. But this energy too, I'm getting very stable. Like strong like an oak. Only because of the throne, it really is really standing out. And I feel like this purity is somewhat being affected by this energy. Like what has been built kind of has like a little nag in it. But again, anything that comes to us is always here to help us grow. And our perspective is everything. So, you know, if we don't like something, there's always a way to work it out and see things that work out in our favor. I'm going to scoot this up just a little bit so we can have room for the other cards there. And I think that's all I was getting from that. But again, with the eagle too, I'm hearing Scorpio energy as well. Or you may have possibly seen an eagle. Eagle may be your spirit animal. And I'm hearing just like real rustic, traditional type energy is present here. The roots are everything. Like this particular energy, I feel like with this reflection is really getting down to the roots of things. In this reflective state. And while they are doing this particular energy may possibly be trying to interfere. Just send them love and be the example. And don't lower yourself to any kind of energy that may take you out of your high vibration. The 5th card is the 3 of Pentacles. So it is possible that these two energies, like with the 3 of Pentacles, I always feel that this card is a working together card, like a coming together, really coming into unity. We'll just move this down here and we'll scoot that there so we can put the other card over. Pentacles energy is earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. There is a beautiful butterfly there representing transformation. So I feel like with this Three of Pentacles energy, this actual work, these two energies are working together with 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 their higher power, which I feel is the third energy. And it's helping them to transform. And we do have waning and waxing moon. And so I definitely feel like this just speaks to the transformation where there has been some phases that have been taking place. I also feel like too, this energy is going up and out. Like as things are being worked on in the physical, there's a connection this is a surrender. I'm seeing this as a surrender card. Like you're working together and surrendering it to the universe. And while this is taking place, there's transformation within both of these energies here. Yeah. I would say too, it just feels like too also that like with the floral here and the way that it's kind of rising up, like a lot of this is on the under wraps where there's more contentment and there's more peace, which can never be affected when we are really truly in our own power, which is super fucking beautiful. And then also too, I'm noticing the star here. So that to me just speaks of that guide energy that we had right here with that King of Cups. Let's move these over so you guys can all be together. And then with the three energy as well, I feel like too there's cause for celebration of unity, of being able to unite and come together and work and do great work, do great spiritual work. Because the pentacles are also at a certain size. Like this was the first part of the transformation and it just got bigger and it just continues to get bigger as you and this other energy surrender this into the universe. You continue to get stronger, you're expanding. And that energy is just emanating into the universe. And I feel like too, it's not just helping these two energies, but it's also helping the entire galaxy. And that's very, very strong. So that's awesome. I think that's all I'm getting from that Three of Pentacles there. We'll go with the last card here. Let me see if I can get that closer. So we have the Four of Pentacles. The fours have to deal with stability. With this Four of Pentacles, I feel like you or this other energy present in this reading maybe possibly holding back. Now, this is resonating with the Ten of Swords to me. With having our back turned to all that beauty that is around us. All this beauty, but she's facing the dark. And then this Four of Pentacles is in a very melancholy state. Almost looking sad. As if something's missing. But nothing is missing. I feel like with some deeper transformation and greater awakening, we'll be able to eventually release these pentacles here, knowing that if we release these pentacles and they just happen to float away, the energy is going to bring them back right to us. This too shall pass, because there is a massive amount of abundance here. There's major support here. I feel like too, there's been a lot of work internally just with this transformational energy here, but I feel like these are ancestors of some sort. I just get ancestor energy, which is awesome because there's so many. And then we have this beautiful castle back here with the flags flying. We have another full moon here. So it's possible that this King of Cups energy is representing this. And because this energy is somewhat matching, and if you notice the faces, I feel like this is mirroring energy, where both energies may be feeling like they are lacking because they may be losing. So don't be afraid to lose something, because you have, once you release these, you're able to turn yourself around and truly see what it is that is surrounding you. Pentacles energy, again, this is definitely, speaking of stability, we have these two Pentacle cards here. That's Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And because it's the 3 to the 4, I just feel like this is a progression. This is the actual speaking of a beginning coming from the 10 and progressing towards a greater stability with this work here. But there's some, I just feel like there's some resistant energy of holding on. And this doesn't have to be material that you're holding on to. It could also be somewhat of a, I would say, emotional state. Like being afraid of the unknown and not really trusting the process. So because we have this 4 of Pentacles here as the last card, and then too, before I say that, I'm going to say the castles. This one is faded, like we had mentioned before. There's clouded energy. I just feel like with the fading away, this energy possibly is so far away from seeing what they really truly have, but it's right there. This is all like resonant. Like there's an energy of being in abundance, having everything that you need, but possibly focusing too much on the past, where I just feel like there is some balancing that is being worked on here. Like we've gotten a little off balance with the 10 of Swords, and now that's being worked on here. And not just on your own. There's some partnering energy here to assist you, as well as ancestral energy as well. With that energy too, again, I get wanting to be out in nature. I just feel like you have possibly a certain place that you like to go that's outdoors, where you like to ease your mind, get peace of mind, meditate, and just take time to breathe. I also feel like too, there is almost like a special title that's been given, and not necessarily wanting to give that up. I would just say, just overall, I'm getting afraid to move forward or even to look forward and stay focused. So what I was going to say before I got into the castles there, I'm going to go ahead and look at the bottom of the deck just because of that last card there. So yes, this is sweet. So we have another 4, which is the Emperor energy, or the Emperor, and it is energy, so we could say the Emperor energy. I was looking at the ram horns there, sign of Aries. We have another full moon there. And I feel like too, this looks like a moon to me. So I just feel like with the transformation that's been taking place, you have really gained a lot. But this is to me, I'm getting a stubborn energy. Like there's so much that's been gained. Almost like this is like clouding an awakening of some sorts. I'm seeing the eagle down here too. And this could also be, this doesn't necessarily have to be you. This could be someone that you are connected to as well. And this could be related to the 3 of Pentacles energy, where this is being worked on. Someone is feeling like they are going without. So it's possible that as there is movement forward, this energy may be particularly feeling a certain way. Let me go ahead and set that down. But this is a very powerful energy. I'm going to go ahead and move this, and then we'll just set it. We'll put you right in the middle there. Emperor energy is the energy of all of the kings. The 2 kings that we don't have present are the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. And so I just feel like with the amount of pentacles here, with this lower number of pentacles, there's definitely speaking of moving forward in a progressive way towards that 10 of Pentacles. And possibly using this Emperor energy as these 2 energies come together to get past this 4 of Pentacles type energy. Like I feel like, because all of these cards have real darkness behind them, whereas this card does not. So I feel like this is the ultimate result of these 2 energies working together. And once they come together, this is that energy, that Emperor energy. And that's probably why I said Emperor energy. With these 2 coming together and forming this Emperor energy here, where they're able to boss up and progress. Get past these battles here. And the Aries is fire energy. But yeah, I definitely feel like there's been some gathering with these moon phases and being able to use your resources in the best possible way. Very, very abundant. In all of these cards, there's a great amount of abundance here, but there's a lot of reflection. This Emperor is face on. Very confident. Stable. Almost looks elevated. And there's a good reason, I'm sure, why this Emperor card ended up in the middle of this and is heightened. This is an elevated state, I feel. Also, right above these 2 energies, possibly having to deal with ancient Egyptian that may be significant. I'm seeing sacral chakra energy as well, where there's some creativity and passion with your talents and your gifts. And so that's what these two energies here could be doing, is utilizing, coming together and combining their energy and feeding one another to form this strong energy, utilizing their resources to be able to go through this transformation towards that Ten of Pentacles. Let me see if I'm getting anything else from this Emperor card. Yeah, this just looks like a wheel to me, so it's just definitely speaking of change and the end of cycles. Arrows, I'm getting dust yourself off and try again. So it's almost like you shoot arrows towards your targets. Gather them back up. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. And I feel like that's what's been happening here. And because you've been doing that, you're able to have these stacked along with the abundance here. So that's pretty cool. Very strong Aries energy, so that may be highly significant. All right, so that was your reading. I hope that you find these messages helpful, that it offers some insight and some clarity and helps you along your spiritual journey. I wish you the best. I wish you all the love, support, joy, peace, happiness, and abundance. I love you. Take care.